So just got this air Venturi from Pyramid Air. I never originally planned on getting a compressor with, with the Taipan, pumping it up with the hand pump. The volume, even though it's a shorty, still the volume and the amount of pressure. I usually pump it up to 3,500, so that's a lot of just a lot of pumping basically. So I actually don't shoot it that much. I actually haven't shot that thing in several months, or at least it seems like several months. Maybe it's been only a month or so. But yeah, so I just got this thing. I don't have a tank yet. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna pump it straight onto the gun. Maybe if I go actually to a range or somewhere to shoot, I might plan on getting a tank. But in the meantime, it's just for home use. And with my, I only have two air guns now: the Veteran and the P-Rod. The Veteran is shorty and P-Rod. So the P-Rod's easy to pump up, it's, because it's a small volume. But this one is wow, it's heavy. This one is much higher volume. Or the Veteran's much higher volume, so needs more more work. Let's bring this out a little further. Let's look at it. So on top here, right, temperature gauge, which is kind of cool. I don't like the fact that it stays on the whole time. That means the battery would run out, sooner rather than later. Well, in Celsius, I need to see if this thing adjusts to Fahrenheit. And I'm not sure if that's the temperature of the coolant or what, or just somewhere else. It might be the temperature of the coolant. So here's the pressure gauge here. It's oil filled, right? It looks like it's liquid filled, and I believe this is to adjust where you want it to stop. So I'm gonna leave it at 200 bars. So basically about 3,000 psi. That's the circuit breaker, cooling system on off, and compressor on off, and whatever instructions, right? So it looks like a pretty nice unit. Looks like a pretty nice unit overall. It is made in China, but at least the fit and finish looks pretty nice. I do have my knife with me. Let's see. Oh, actually that does. Cut it right here. So I like to when I get long zip ties, I like to cut it as close to where it attaches, because I like to reuse them basically. It's a waste to just throw it away, right? So I can still reuse this thing. Let's see what this is. This is looks like some type of filter. Some kind of filter. Not sure what that is. Maybe the power cord or something. No, it's a wrench. The spanner wrench. Spanner wrench. You can see that hook right here. The hook. The spanner wrench. These are okay. So this is the fill probe. Fill probes and some type of maybe an intake or a bleeder. So far everything looks really nice. Oh cool, they gave you some extra gaskets. I guess this is maybe for a rebuild kit maybe. And some O-rings, so that's cool. Hopefully these ones are extra ones, but that's cool. Fuse as well. But, when you use these things, especially not to just keep on pumping it and pumping it and pumping it. It's all that heat that's generated. That's what wears out all the O-rings and stuff. It's all that heat. So you take it easy, pump a little at a time, give it a chance to cool down. That'll make it last a lot longer. Let's do this one. Let's see what this is. This is probably the cables, maybe power cables. Yeah, these are the fuel hose. So the fuel hose with a little what do they call these things? Faucet fittings, I guess. And the power cord. So this is a 110 volt, or basically I should say 115 nominal, but you know, we know it as, in the US we know it as 110 or 120 volt. So that's what that is. And you know, there's two options to these things. A little knob here. So there's two options to these pumps. It's you can use a 220 or a 110. So obviously, you know, I got a 110 to use as a you know, for the US, so it's easier. For the US, it's easier to go anywhere basically. So move this out a little further so we have some space to see. So let's see. So there's the actual motor itself, right here. Actually, no, that's the motor. That's the electric motor. Right here. Here's I think that's the fan, and there's the actual compressor itself, the pump. Should just tilt this thing. So looking into it, everything looks actually pretty good, decent quality. It doesn't look all chintzy like, you know, a lot of all the Chinese made stuff. You can see it's all really chintzy. This one actually looks, all the stuff actually looks pretty decent. I'm surprised. So I actually guess I think that's a good thing. So this is actually a 2-piston. There's a piston right here, and there's a piston on the other side. So basically it's a V-twin is what it is. It looks like a 90 degree V-twin. So that's cool. L-twin basically. That's cool. I like that. And you know, and when you have a twin piston configuration, a 90 degree it's preferred compared to anything else, because it's kind of there's a certain balance that it has. It has a better balance than any other angle. Other angles they don't work as, you know, they basically vibrate more. So this is a cooling coil right here, right? So this piece of here is a cooling coil. So the 2 pistons, you know, so that's, you know, this thing, I believe this is a 3-stage. It's just 3-stage pump. So one piston is, you know, is the first stage, and another piston is the second stage. It looks like this one is the first stage right here. This one's the first stage. Then this line goes to the second piston, which is the second stage. Second stage piston comes out to this, to here. And this looks like it connects to here. So I thought this thing was a 3-stage. I'm not sure where there's a second stage somewhere, or excuse me, a 3rd stage somewhere. Maybe it's built into one of these pistons or somewhere else, that I don't see. Let's see. So that's a nice big motor. Cardboard there, huh? So it's a nice big motor. So that's good. I'm not sure if you could rewire, you know, internally. You probably take it out, rewire this thing internally, and make it into a 220. That's probably, you know, it's just one, you know, one motor that does 220 and 120. It's just the difference of the internal wirings. Let's see. And here you can see the other piston, right there. And you actually see some of the coolant line. So that tubing right there, you can see that's the coolant line. This side, you see the coolant tank, water tank, coolant tank. It's a fan. It's basically, it looks like a electrical fan from like a computers, you know, on a desktop computer type, you know, those tower computers. So it looks like one of those, and I guess that's down here is the radiator. So, okay, boy, back. Dog, always sticking my nose, was sticking his nose into my business. So down here, you actually see. Let's see, you guys can see this. So you can see the fan itself, right? You see the fan blades. It's not focusing. Anyway, the fan blades down there. So that's where the air is coming in. So basically, it's air going from the top down. Yeah, see, cooling system top down, and this right here, you can see this. That's the fan body on the outside. This is the radiator, basically. Let's see. Yeah. So there you go. I'm gonna grab one of my guns out and actually I need to fill this thing up. I think I need to fill it up with coolant. I don't know if it's filled or not, so I'm gonna fill it up with coolant. And actually I'm gonna look at the instructions, see if you're supposed to use like a 50-50, like just like a car or what. And I don't think this thing gets that hot, you know, because a car, you look at a internal combustion engine, they usually operate at around 200 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, this thing I don't think it's gonna get that hot. I don't believe it is. I don't plan it to. You know, I'm gonna keep an eye on the temperature as I use this thing and figure out, you know, where it's stabilizes at, etc. So I'll do another video once I have it all set up, fill up the coolant and everything, and figure that out, or I'll tell you guys about it. All right, thanks for watching.